Hello, my name is Auxiliary Bishop James D. Conley, the Auxiliary Bishop of Denver, Colorado, and I'm happy to express my support and encouragement for Brian Brown, an old friend of mine, for this occasion. Brian and I met back in 1991 when I was the Respect Life Director for the Diocese of Wichita, Kansas, which is my home diocese. And Brian came to Wichita to be a part of a larger pro-life effort in the state of Kansas. Brian and I met in the summer of 1991 and became good friends almost immediately. Brian stayed on in Wichita to continue to work in the pro-life effort there as we joined together with people from all different faith backgrounds and faith traditions to try to make a stand for life and to join together in fighting for the gospel of life. Brian, as I said, stayed on in Wichita, and we became close friends, and Brian eventually became interested in the Catholic Church. He was from a Protestant background, and I had the privilege of giving him instructions in the Catholic Church and receiving him into the Catholic Church. He then met his lovely wife, Anne, who was a school teacher in Wichita, and taught in one of our Catholic schools, and they met and fell in love, and I again had the privilege of officiating at their wedding, which took place in Topeka, which is where Anne is from, Topeka, Kansas. This is the capital of the state of Kansas. Brian then went on to law school and put himself through law school and graduated very high in his class. Immediately went to work for, I believe, the American Family Association, where he became one of their chief litigators, or one of their many litigators on free speech and other church-state issues. And it was from there that he came back to Kansas and was hired as the Deputy Attorney General for the state of Kansas, where he served in the Consumer Protection Department, I believe, for the state of Kansas under Phil Klein, the then Attorney General of the state of Kansas. Brian served with distinction, and he's always been a very diligent and good, hard-working man, and especially with regard to the law. I, in turn, during those years, went on to Rome. I was called to the Vatican, where I served for 10 years in the Congregation for Bishops, assisting the Holy Father, then Pope John Paul II, and then for a year and a half, Pope Benedict XVI in the Congregation for Bishops. After my tenure in Rome, I was called back to my diocese in Wichita, where I was named pastor of Blessed Sacrament Parish, and I served there as pastor until the spring of 2008, when I was named bishop by Pope Benedict XVI. I was consecrated a bishop on the 30th of May, and then moved out here to Denver, where I have been serving ever since as the Auxiliary Bishop of Denver, the past year and a half now. Brian and I have kept in contact. He came to see me when I was in Rome with his wife and his children and his parents, and we've been in contact all these years, and our friendship has deepened and grown. I know that Brian now is on a new venture, or with Brian it's always an adventure, with the ArchAngel Institute, which is an exciting new initiative where Brian is able to put some of his ideas and very creative projects together under one umbrella. I know that Brian is now facing some difficulties, and I think a lot of them are based upon prejudices and deal with the issues of religious freedom in our country. And so I'm doing this little video presentation to express my wholehearted support for what Brian is doing, his credibility both as a man and as a Catholic and as a lawyer. He's a man of utmost integrity, creative skill, and courage, which is rare today. And so I'm making this video happily for him, to encourage him, and hopefully it can be used to strengthen his case as he stands up for truth, freedom, and justice. Thank you, and God bless you.